Okay, once again I'm answering the questions. And this question is how to make sweet and sour cucumber dill salad. Okay, this is a really neat salad. Tastes really good. Everybody loves it. There's a few little nuances that I'm going to pass on to you in this little lesson. This is a less than a 5-minute video. Okay. Basic ingredients for this are going to be cucumber, minced red pepper, sliced purple onion, chopped dill, sugar, white vinegar, garlic, black pepper. But how the things are cut and the amounts of which that are used are moderately significant, okay? I'm going to start by striping the cucumbers with a veg peeler. I think we can get away with making this entire video with one cucumber. Now, there's many ways to cut a cucumber. And I recommend for this particular salad that you use whole thin slices. It doesn't mean you can't use half moons or thicker slices. But the only time I would recommend that you use a thicker slice is if you are going to hold the salad for a little while. The concept that I'm making today kind of requires that you make this salad shortly before it's going to be served. So, again, thin slice for making it and serving it soon. Thicker slice, that way the texture of the cucumber holds up in the marinade longer because you're going to keep it longer, okay? So let's start by slicing the cucumbers thin. Don't forget, it is not your job to cut your own fingers. You don't have to do this fast. It's just that I can, so I am. But I have a lot of practice at it. Whoop. There you go. Okay, so the reason I want them thin, I'm going to show you when a salad's made. That way I can stand the cucumbers up with my fingers when I put them on something. If, in fact, I put them on something. All right, so let's get the cucumbers in a bowl. And let's slice the onion the same way in terms of the size. And again, I don't like this part of the onion, so I always take this out because it's erratic in its ability, the look and the texture can change because these pieces inside the onion. Let's put a little tiny edge on that knife. You don't need a steel to put an edge on a knife. Any piece of metal will give you a little edge, okay? All right, that is not enough onion for that much cucumber. So we're going to go into the rest of the onion here. See, look at the way this particular onion is. I had to take this whole piece out of here. It doesn't mean I can't use it, but I'd have to cut it separately than this one for them all to look the same, okay? So I'm going to cut this one a little, hold it a little bit different, because it came apart in pieces when I took the center of the onion out. I got enough onion now. Perfect. Okay, so let's fluff up the onion a little bit. Make sure it's all cut completely. So it's onion. And let's put the chopped dill in there. Let's clean up our mess here a little bit. Now we're going to put some minced red pepper in here. Don't need all this red pepper, just probably need half of it. Get rid of the seeds. Again, I do have a actual skills video for how to cut a red pepper, how to dice a red pepper. So I'm getting all this excess membrane off of here. Okay. Now, I could do this two ways. I could dice it like this, or I could cut it in half and stack it and do it twice as fast, you see? Which is what I'm going to do. But this is a really long pepper, so I'm going to cut it this way too. And I'm putting the skin side of the pepper face down on the cutting board. Otherwise, you have to puncture the skin every time you take a stroke with the knife from the top, and that's more difficult than puncturing it when it's face down. Sorry to give that to you in pieces, that piece of information there. Okay. This is more of a small color addition to this. Got a little tiny bit of texture and some flavor, but mainly it's a color thing with a little bit of added texture. Because the taste of the pepper kind of gets lost in the whole sweet and sour mix anyway. So let's do the rest of this too. Okay. All right, we got our red pepper in there. Now for the seasoning, or the flavoring part. Let's get a little bit of garlic in here. I'd say couple teaspoons for this. And let's get some black pepper, fresh ground in here. And let's get some white vinegar in here. Just regular plain distilled white vinegar. And let's put some sugar in here. I'd say I got about 1/3 of a cup in there. Now I'm going to mix this together. All the ingredients are in there right now that are going to be used. So let's mix this together and see how it tastes. The only adjustment that this is going to need is either vinegar or sugar. Okay, let's taste the cucumber and see how it works. Excuse me. This is good just the way it is. One more thing now. I want to show you why cutting it thin gives you an advantage. Besides the fact that the texture of the cucumber itself is different when it's thin than when it's thick. It's softer and it's not so hard like a cucumber can be. But you can place the cucumber on things. You may use this as part of a different salad plate, and this is just a garnish for another salad. See? So in which case you'll be able to take this mixture and stand it up somewhat, see, on the plate, so it has some dimension to it. So if you're using this alongside something else on another plate, when there's multiple uses you could use for this, you'd be able to do this with it, which is good, instead of having it all flat, because the pieces are so thick. They tend to be what I would call cumbersome in terms of manipulating them onto something else. You might even, for example, take this mixture and put it on top of a regular dinner salad as another dimension to the dinner salad. This can be eaten by itself in its entirety, and it's complete just the way it is, or you can use it as an addition to another salad. So there you go. This is one of my favorites, and certainly goes very well with gravlax dishes, hot salmon dishes. You can use this in the summertime next to your grilled salmon with your this sauce or that sauce. So there you have it. I could go on and on with this one, but I'm not going to anymore. Thank you very much and enjoy the salad.